Yeah, guys, so welcome you all to our collective calls. We hold them every Tuesday and Thursday. So today's Tuesday, and we have, hopefully we got two amazing projects today to share their pitch deck, to answer the Q&A, so the usual drill. So let me introduce ourselves first. We are Ivan and Malika. We are hosting today's meeting. And as I said before, we got two projects here on the line to pitch here, obviously. So first of all, rock solid, we got AlphaNeural AI CEO here, Ash, and hopefully guys from Comunitas project, Ashish is going to be here as well. And yeah, let's start with AlphaNeural AI. Ash, please come in. Thank you so much for coming. Passing the mic to you, man.
Hey, actually, I'm Yuri. I'm Ash's partner. We're sitting opposite to one another.
Yeah, I see.
And the way we're going to do that is I kick off the presentation, and then we're both, Ash and I will be both available for the Q&A. Yeah, so thanks for having me. I will get right into it, and I probably speak fast to make good use of the time. So let me just get to the same slide. So what AlphaNeural AI is a decentralized marketplace and additional features that I will get to in a moment that enable trading, licensing, and of AI-related digital assets, we call it. So this could be data sets, this could be models, that could be agents, every IP that you can create around AI. And it will be deployed and developed in a distributed GPU cloud. So that's for some reason that I will get to, very important in order to protect IP and ensure privacy, security, and compliance. So our mission is to create an efficient market for data. You know the term, probably have heard it, that data is the new oil, but the reality is very different. And there's only very few companies that really benefit from, both data in general and AI specifically. And what's our vision is that we democratize the access to AI so that everybody can share in equal terms in the AI opportunity, and not just like the hyperscalers and the largest funded companies. So how does it work? AlphaNeural AI basically has three components. On the one hand, the users can upload, license, and monetize their AI assets like data and models. On the other side of the system, the data scientists, developers, and businesses can build and train custom AI models trained on those proprietary data. And then users can deploy the models in what we call the Neural Labs decentralized GPU cloud. And that could be in different forms, whether it's agents or apps or API access. And there will be different forms of revenue streams. So it could be just buying, selling the assets, or licensing them, a subscription, or we also enable users to launch tokens and then participate in the value creation there. The market opportunity is huge. As you know, AI is a very big market already. There's a segment around the model and the data preparation that is already quite big, and everything is growing like crazy. So we see that the addressable opportunity for us is actually in excess of 75 billion. And we will be able to monetize it very well based on the different revenue streams. That's our team for the moment. So Ash and I, we actually met at a company called ResearchGate, where we both worked a couple of years ago. And we all have both have had like entrepreneurial journeys in mission-driven businesses around and a strong passion for data and knowledge and progress of humanity, you could say, which is really something that we're after here. Our team is quite technical, so we have focused really on building a product before we get into marketing and hyping, etc., which we are just catching up with. And some would argue that Ash and I, we are more Web 2 people. And we learn very fast, though, and we have also surrounded ourselves with a team of extremely capable Web3 advisors who are supporting us basically every day. Partnerships are also very key. There's a bunch of organizations that have very good reach and interesting models that we are partnering with in the AI space. We are actually developing, we call it the GPU Alliance, or Decentralized GPU Alliance. One of them is Nosana, and there's a bunch of other companies like Ethia, IONET, and many more that we're working with, because we have an insatiable appetite for distributed compute capacity. And it's actually a great, we all have kind of the same mission, right? Which is promoting data in a decentralized way. Yeah, so that's it. We're currently raising a seed round and a KOL round. And if anybody wants to learn more, basically just talk to us, and then we're happy to share everything else in more detail.
Thank you so much, guys, from AlphaNeural AI. And guys, if you want to connect, you can go to the chats section, scroll up and find all the contact details. We always post TG handles, emails and whatnot. It's all in there. So yeah, now awaiting your questions. Guys, thank you for being on time. It was a great pitch. And yeah, now to Q&A. Please raise your hand or leave your questions in the chat. And as I see now, we got a first question, so let me read that real quick. Sounds like a game changer. How do you ensure the marketplace for AI models and agents remain fair, especially as more players enter the space and the market grows?
All right, so I was just saying, we have a few technical methods where we ensure that each and every AI model and agent that, or let's say asset that's uploaded onto our system has the appropriate licenses, and the person that owns it actually is allowed to kind of monetize it and deploy it on the platform. The way we do that is we hash the whole file of the model. So there's quite a sophisticated hashing algorithm that takes the whole AI model, and AI models, they come in very big sizes, sometimes up to 200 gigabytes, and we hash the whole thing, and we upload that hash onto an NFT, and then it's a record in the blockchain. And as you know, with hashes, if you change even one tiny letter in the model, then the hash changes. Means that we know that this model has been changed or manipulated. If the same model is applied or uploaded twice, then we are able to identify immediately that someone has a hold of that same model. If it's an open source model and they're trying to misuse the model and perhaps monetize it or offer it for use, where the true owner has already hashed it and uploaded previously. That's one method. The second method is we do it's called randomized sample extraction. So we have a huge AI model or an agent, and then we take random pieces of it, and then we compare those pieces to other models on the platform, and then we can determine if this model has been copied or if this is not a legitimate copy, or causes harm or misuse on the platform. And then the last thing, which is not technical, which is basically community driven, where we have for each and every asset a community section where people can use those models, give feedback, and say if they've seen some similar behavior with other models, or kind of report any issue that they have seen in the model. And we continue to look for more sophisticated ways to make sure that the platform stays fair for everyone, and kicks out harmful users.
I see. Thank you for answering the question. Guys, waiting your questions as well. Meanwhile, I have a question as well. So could you tell us a bit more about the competition? So who are your main competitors in this field?
Sure. So, there is some direct and indirect competitors, right? From a Web3 perspective, there are a few players that do something similar, especially when it comes to a data marketplace where companies and individuals can offer data sets to for sale or for training AI models. One very prominent one, which you may have heard of, is called Sahara AI. It's a great project that Binance has invested in, about $30 million. Nevertheless, there are some key differences between us and Sahara, where they may offer the marketplace for the tradability of data and assets, but they do not have the ability to deploy those and actually allow users to use them directly on the platform. And that's the main key difference, where people then have to take those assets maybe to a different place or their own GPUs or local machine, and then try to set up a whole environment to set them up. And that for us with AlphaNeural, we have invested a lot in our infrastructure where all this is already automated. And then with a click of a button, you can start using those assets. There's, of course, some other players in the market that are trying to deploy agent frameworks for people to list agents and allow people to buy those agents. But again, not a similar value proposition. We have multiple key differences here, which again has the ability to use those agents and assets directly on the platform, but also the tradability of those. Yeah, so we have, if you're interested in knowing more about the kind of ecosystem space and the competition analysis, we have conducted a very thorough analysis, and we have a few files for those, and happy to share them in our data room.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't wait.
Yeah, we got some more questions here in the chat. One from Alan. Can you elaborate on how your decentralized AI ensures sufficient and sustainable computing power?
So, I mean, it's not easy to kind of explain in a few minutes, but our infrastructure connects to as many GPU providers as possible. So we are at the moment, as you mentioned, connected to Nasana. We are in talks also with IONET, Aether, Exhibits, and all that, which provide GPU or decentralized GPU power, right? For us, we're a marketplace where we could have thousands of AI models running simultaneously. So here the challenge is how to spin off GPUs on demand. If someone wants to access a GPU, a specific model, how does our infrastructure, how is it capable of deploying that model very quickly and then allowing the person to use the model? We have a so-called token streaming mechanism where a person can put in Solana or USDC into their wallet, and then as you use the model, we stream from that wallet per use, and that's quite unique to the market. You can also pre-fill the wallet and then have it deploy cash to the GPU every month, like $20 or every day. It depends on how often you use it. And then basically, the capability of deploying hundreds and thousands of models and at the same time having all the GPU power that kind of powers the whole thing is something that we've invested a lot of time and money in engineering power. And I think our testnet is launching next week, and then you guys will be able to see how that works firsthand.
Thanks. Hope it answers the question. We've got some more. With the 350K Google infrastructure credit, how do you plan to leverage that to scale AlphaNeural AI, and how will it directly impact user experience?
Yeah, so the Google grant, as I said, that's mostly credits for using their cloud services, and we're using them quite excessively at the moment because that's where we're running currently our own infrastructure. Over time, it will be, of course, as Ash just said, more interesting to move that into our decentralized GPU partners. But at the moment, we're doing our own stuff. We have a lot of data and models to host. So it's a very hungry business model. And how do we differentiate our UX journey? Yes, we're very technical. Yeah, so I think there's in the Web3 space, there are a lot of companies that are also, hosting agents and other things, and there's a lot around gamification, and it's really very B2C type stuff. And I guess we are a bit more on the business side. Of course, every individual user can do whatever they please there, but I think we're more for the sophisticated technical user, I would say, because we feel that that's a big market that needs basically the support that we can provide, and that's where we have built already something.
Thanks. I guess you've already answered the next question about how do you plan to differentiate AlphaNeural AI from other decentralized AI platforms.
If I may add to that,
sure.
Because that's about, Ash spoke already a little bit about the competition. a thing that we hear a lot is like, oh, you're like crypto and AI, you're just like company so-and-so that I talked to last week. And then we typically look up company so-and-so and we realize it's completely different. AI and crypto is really a really big, very a fragmented space with a lot of segments. And I kind of developed my own segmentation. Normally, if you look at the AI market in a Web2 way, there's three major high-level segments. One is the application and services that go on top of it. That's the interfaces that we use every day. Then at the bottom of it, there's the infrastructure. It's like the NVIDIAs and the Googles, etc., of the world. And then in between that, there's a layer that's called data preparation and models. And that's the space in which we are playing. And most companies are really in the application and services space. For Web3, I actually added two other segments. And one is what I call sprinkled with AI, which are typically very good, traditional applications. It could be in gaming, it could be in decentralized, in DeFi, or other segments that are proper good businesses. And yes, they use AI somewhere, and that's why they call themselves now like crypto and AI. But it's actually, there's no company anymore that doesn't use AI to some extent, isn't there? And so that's sprinkled with AI. And the other segment, crypto specific, is what I would call just meme coin, right? The companies that take up like a crypto and AI topic. And then if you look underneath the hood, what is there in terms of use cases? What is there in terms of technology? You won't find much. And so that's actually also a big part of what you would find out there. So as I said, from the more serious segments, it gets much more narrow. And then between those companies, there's typically a pretty significant, pretty clear differentiation in their approach.
Thanks. Yeah, makes sense. A couple of more questions here in the chat. With the roadmap pushing for a token launch in 2025, what's the next major milestone after the token launch? And how do you plan to build momentum in the meantime?
So maybe I can take that. And maybe I can also start with how do we build momentum. So for us, the priority is to make sure that the community that we build and that we nurture are people that are relevant to our product, right, and to what we're doing and the value proposition that we have. This means that we need people that are very experienced in AI, that has developed AI or working with AI. And looking at where to get them from the web. So this means that we need to look at platforms like GitHub, like HuggingFace, maybe Kaggle, all those big, perhaps Web2 players that have those large communities that are very relevant to what we're doing. What we've done is basically integrated lots of those APIs, and we have campaigns that we run, and we allow all those people to come from those platforms, and with one click they can onboard their profiles from GitHub, from HuggingFace, and then bring in lots of data, lots of models and assets from all those platforms directly onto AlphaNeural, and they can use them for different use cases, right? It's not the same as, if you have a GitHub, your models on GitHub, you can bring them onto AlphaNeural, and then you have a completely different set of features that you can utilize those models and assets for. So it's not really seen as competition with GitHub or HuggingFace. So we have Discord bots where we get our community from Discord, bring them and verify their HuggingFace and GitHub accounts. We allow them to jump in to verify, are they, would we consider them to be strong community members? And we can classify them to, strong community members or medium or perhaps weak, but still, we want to invite them to use our platform. That's that. In terms of the milestone for the token launch, To be honest, our main focus at the moment is actually to launch our testnet. We have announced recently that we were launching a testnet. We wanted 1,000 beta users. We ended up getting 13,000 beta users signups. So it's a great confirmation that we're on the right track. Once the testnet is up and running and we have received lots of feedback from the community, we can then iterate again and again and make sure everything is done for mainnet. So mainnet is our major focus. After that, it's if you see our roadmap and our white paper, the next iterations is basically how do we deploy and have a drag and drop agent builder and agent deployer on the platform. And then once from there, how we can swap our own token, and that's when the token is already live. How do we swap our own token in order to create fractionalized assets directly on the platform? That's what's coming up next.
Hey guys, let's finish up at this point because we already exceeded the Q&A time. We got our second speaker to introduce. So yeah, guys, at AlphaNeural AI, thank you so much. We are moving on. So we got a little substitute. So the founder at VitaminAI project is going to be joining us today. So Abhishek, thank you so much for connecting, for making it here finally. Happy to see you. Passing the mic to you whenever you're ready.
Hi everyone, thank you for this last minute entry and happy to talk to you about the project. So if you could just quickly let me know how much time do I have so I can just plan.
Yeah, you have 5 minutes, a bit more. So around 5 or 6 minutes for the pitch part and 10 minutes for the Q&A.
All right.
That's
Can you guys see my screen now?
Right, yeah.
Okay, so just quickly to give you a background, I'm Abhishek. I'm a third-time co-founder. This is my third startup. I've taken an exit in 2021 from my previous startup where I raised around 2.5 million in funding, launched tokens on CDFI. We were on MEXC and we were on Gate.io as well. From 2022, I've been building a media tech company called as Voice of Crypto. And VitaminAI is the first SaaS product under Voice of Crypto. Voice of Crypto is a brand which is around 3 years old. We're around 1 million monthly active users. We have a news channel, podcast, YouTube. So now let me just quickly jump to what VitaminAI does. So this whole story started with this small tweet in 2023 by CZ. There was a fake video which was doing around the rounds, and I saw this video and then I tweeted tagging CZ, and CZ said that why don't you do something to curb it back, and I said I will come back to you within some time, and then you know what happened in last few years, and then this is what I have been building. So currently what we are building is VitaminAI. The biggest problem currently with the AI agent market is it's a very huge market, but it's very fragmented. I think the previous speaker also spoke about it as a fragmented market. There's a lack of transparency, there is inefficient processes, limited access, and there are trust issues. So this is something which has happened with me in my previous startup. I paid around $5,000 to KOL, and then they suddenly ghosted me. The money never came, they never responded, they never did my work. So how do we solve this problem is we solve it with AI agents. And personally, I believe AI agents are more trusted as compared to human beings currently. And that's what we have been building. So what the solution which we are providing is a unified AI marketplace, which means it is agnostic of the chain, agnostic of the protocol. You have everything on chain. So you have the pricing of individual AI agents, how much do they charge? You can see it, everything. It's all in public domain. You have multiple filtering as well. You can also do an end-to-end campaign management. I'll show you the product demo as well once we move forward. And you have clear-cut analysis. So you don't have to trust. You can directly see that what kind of work your AI agents have done for you, what transactions they have done for you, what kind of analytics we can see from there. We are an AI agent marketplace. We have already onboarded around 70 plus AI agents currently. And we have 3 of our own AI agents as well. In fact, one of our agents won the hackathon on Virtuals protocol among 14,000 other prototypes. So we were number 1 there. That has been doing quite a good amount of work. So how our simple product works is you can simply choose an AI agent. You can see how much do they charge. You can see which chain they have been on. You can select the AI agent and directly start working with them. You can pay them on chain and then you can get started with them. Some of the product features, some of the filters which you can use if you want to choose your AI agents are your locations, your chain, your protocols, and what interests. Currently, we are hyper focused on Web3 marketing AI agents, but as we grow in phase 2, we are also going to add other trading AI agents, other layer 2 solutions, and other AI agents which are apart from Web3 marketing space as well. This is how the interface looks like. You go on the platform and then you can directly choose any agent which you want to work, and then you can directly work with them. These are some of the agents which we are currently working with. We have been into market from last 5 years. They said have been into the space. We are well connected with our media company, which is Voice of Crypto. The token utility for VitaminAI is you can hire these AI influencers. You can so we already have advertising revenue from Voice of Crypto. As I said, we have around 1 million monthly active users and the traffic. So that revenue is shared with VitaminAI. You can stake and you can also create an agents DAO here. In terms of roadmap, this is how the roadmap looks. We were anticipating to launch our TG within this quarter, but unfortunately, because of the market condition, it has moved a bit. So probably in Q2, we will be launching our tokens. We've already onboarded 70 plus agents currently. We are the winner of hackathon with Virtuous Protocol, so that's also going in place. Now why we are uniquely positioned to do this is we have a huge moat of our own media brand, which is Voice of Crypto. We have around 1 million monthly active users, 32 million impressions. So this already we have been building from such a long time. This is the captive audience which we already have it. We don't have to spend any money to get this kind of users because we have been nurturing these users from last 3 years on our platform. This is the market size of overall how AI agents and crypto market is growing. The numbers can go up and down, but this is what we are seeing currently. The team is as I said, it's me and my other team members. We already backed up by MT Capital and Emerson Capital. Currently, they've also been a backer for our previous projects, and this is what we have been doing. Just to add in, Voice of Crypto is also a certified Binance content creator. So we are one of the chosen 50 Binance official content creators. We do work with Binance also to create content for them. And yeah, this is what we have been doing. These are some of the clients and partners which we have been working from last 3 years.
Okay, thank you so much for the pitch part. It's been great and on time, obviously. So yeah, guys, now to Q&A section. Feel free to leave your questions in the chat or raise your hand. And yeah, I've already received a couple of those. Let me read them real quick. So you're launching on multiple launchpads. What's your strategy for creating hype and attracting users and influencers to join early on?
Sure. So as I said, we already have the biggest moat for us is our GTM strategy because we already have this 1 million monthly active users on our parent brand. So that is something which we have been doing. Before this, we also have a huge connection of KOL network. So previous to VitaminAI, we were also working on a project which was specifically like a KOL marketplace. In fact, it is still there. So we have that huge network of KOLs from our past project as well as this project to get them onboarded.
Sure thing. Another one goes like this. With big names like Binance and OKX backing you, how do you plan to differentiate VitaminAI from other platforms aiming to merge AI and influencers marketing?
So our biggest challenge, and in fact our biggest plus point here is that we are agnostic of any particular chain. Now a lot of these projects are either tied up to a particular chain or to a particular protocol, but we being a media brand, as Voice of Crypto as a media brand, we are agnostic of this, and then this is what we keep ourselves separate. So irrespective of what protocol you are, irrespective of what chain you are, you can come and the listing is free for any of the agents. We are not charging anything, and that is also giving us a huge advantage currently of what we have seen from past few months.
Okay, and we've got another one. So given your impressive traction, how do you balance scaling the marketplace while maintaining the quality and trust of both AI agents and KOLs?
I think it's a very good question. So currently, yes, I definitely understand that we need to definitely maintain a quality as well. At current stage, our main focus is to get the traction, to get AI agents onboarded. But definitely we have started a feature in which we are saying which is verified by VitaminAI. So these are some of the agents which we have personally vetted them. We have trusted them. And this is also a way of us to get more traction and earn revenue, in which you can also, like how you see on Google, you can see results which are paid results as well as organic results. We're also giving those certified, verified nomenclature to certain AI agents who are verified by. So that's how we doing the verification as well.
Sure. Thank you for answering the questions. You guys, feel free to post more. And besides, let me remind you real quick that we posted contact details of VitaminAI in the chat as well. So be sure to find DG handle, email. It's all in there. So yeah, waiting for a couple of more questions. We still got plenty of time. I also have a question. So please answer this. So are there any legal or regulatory issues that might, happen in this project?
So not any legal issues because we are a marketplace. We are not creator of these AI agents. We are just a third-party vendor who is just facilitating a place where brands and AI agents can come and talk to each other. So as of now, we have done a thorough research on this. So we are watertight on that.
Okay, thank you for clarifying this. And what are your future plans for scaling? So future plans and scaling strategy. Could you elaborate on that?
Sure. So, our biggest go-to-market strategy is to get onboarded as many AI agents as possible. We have done around 70 AI agents in last 1 month, and the team is aggressively working on that. Once the phase 1, so our plan is to have at least 300 AI agents on platform in next 2 months. Once that is done, then we will start focusing on other categories as well, which are not just Web3 marketing, but also to trading, also to other AI agents as a category, and that's how we are going to scale it up. But we want to focus on one niche currently and then scale it up from there.
Thank you for answering my questions. Waiting for maybe a last one. Still got time. Malika, if you have something, shoot.
Yeah. Thank you for the pitch. What are the revenue models for both AI agents and KOLs, like human KOLs on the platform? And how do you plan to generate the income?
Sure. So as I said, the parent brand Voice of Crypto has already been working in the advertising space. So that is our we already are generating revenue from advertising model there. Second model is we are charging 2% commission on every transaction which happens between any brand and an AI agent. And as a brand, you can also like, for example, if you are a regular user of our platform, we've also embedded a SaaS model, so in which you can pay a monthly subscription. It is usually for exchanges, it is usually for launchpads, not for individual projects, but you can also take that in which you can have a bulk amount of credits, so you can use the platform easily.
Okay, got you. Thanks.
Thank you, Afkisek, for your time, and I'm glad that you finally made it this call, and made it possible eventually. So yeah, thank you so much, both of you guys from AlphaNeural AI and VitaminAI, for being a part of this call. And if you guys want to be our next guest, just feel free to fill the form for participation, which is down with the chat, and book a call for the next week or so. And there's also a feedback form. So yeah, thank you for leaving that as well. And thank you so much for being here. Malika, thank you for helping me with this call. See you in 2 days.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye. See you on Thursday.
Yeah, goodbye, guys.